Is a burrito a sandwich?
It's a wrap.
But is that a sandwich?
I mean...
Is it?
Well, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it? I don't know.
I feel a hot dog's a sandwich.
Now I want to do some research.
Like, what is...
What makes a sandwich a sandwich?
Define a sandwich. If I spelled it right.
Between two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, and other filling.
So...
Eaten as a light meal.
Well, it depends. I had a pretty hearty
I like that this is like the first thing.
It's verbed. I like how they verb it.
Is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
Is not a sandwich according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
They're like, fuck no. You need to slow
Who's
it
on
down.
that council and how do you get on it?
It's Wednesday, March 14th, 2018. Let's do it loud and do it proud. This is SharkCast. Boys,
It's the 25th episode.
it is the 25th episode. It's our anniversary edition. Technically, we'd charge more for this one, but we don't charge you in anything, so
So it's free.
This one's on us.
because we love our fans. And you got us a 25 episode podcast. Who wants to kick this motherfucker off?
You give me something, Jeff.
Okay, I'll give you something. And this one, Danny, I picked out just for you because I thought you'd think it was interesting.
Okay.
Mick Foley and Jeff Hardy, professional wrestlers, have both said that they will donate their brains after death to CTE research.
Interesting.
Yep, and the reason Jeff Hardy said it on the Ring Rust podcast is he heard that Kevin Nash said he was going to do it, that he was going to donate his brain after death. And then along with other professional wrestler, Rob Van Dam, and Jeff Hardy's just like, fuck, I got to do it too. Like,
So what, do they think they have CTE? They obviously have some sort of
Jeff Hardy
CTE.
said that in this interview, he's had so many that he can't even really count them.
What, concussions?
Yeah, back when they used to do the chair shots to the head,
I bet.
and he's like,
Yeah. So what's up with those chair shots?
what about him?
What kind of chairs are they?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
how
But
bad does it hurt?
that's his thing, is it can't be like a real chair because those fucking things are so heavy.
Yeah.
Right?
I figured you'd kill someone.
Yeah, you
Right?
have to have, and they just nail them like right directly.
They used
on
to
the
nail
head.
him right in the dome piece. Donk, donk.
Damn.
It's got to be a special chair, but what makes
Which is
it
such a
special?
stupid, unconventional weapon.
I know.
I even thought that as a child. Like, why don't you bring like a bat or something if you're already willing to break the rules?
Well, maybe if they grabbed him from the audience, but they grab him from under the.
Yeah.
Right. These are
They're
not,
like, what are we going to do with all these
Ring.
excess chairs? Throw them out of the ring.
they won't use them.
Yeah. All right, guys. I know. You'd think the company would just stop putting them under there.
Yeah, right. So you can't, or I think you can test for CTE now when people are alive, but you used to only be able to test for CTE after people passed away.
Sure, yeah, they needed the brain.
So, so that makes it interesting. But I think now they have the technology to see like what kind of brain trauma you've gone through
Well, then these guys are fucking
while you're
idiots.
alive. Well, I mean,
I'm sure they can go deeper with a.
well, are you an
cadaver
organ
brain.
donor?
Am I?
Yeah.
No
I
one's
am.
ever asked me.
I don't know if I am. I think I am.
No, I have been asked. I have been asked.
Check
and
your license.
I am.
I know
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
am.
because I couldn't figure out which one to give.
No, you
I don't think that's how that works.
Really?
definitely not how it works.
I thought you picked.
No.
No, I think it's everything.
Well, yeah, they just do what They will.
Sorry,
Your
whoever
organs.
gets my liver.
That's what I was thinking. Like, well, there's like liver and
They
kidneys are
probably like,
shot.
we're just gonna have to toss this out.
Yeah, they're just throwing parts of my body in the dumpster. We can't use these lungs. We can't use these fucking kidneys.
Really?
The liver's dead.
This guy was a real asshole.
Wow, his stomach's not even useful. I don't think they can do stomach transplants, but
Maybe eventually.
maybe.
A stomach transplant. Could you imagine you just you get your stomach and then like now you're real gassy? Like God.
I got this new stomach, and now I got the farts all the time.
You do have some nasty farts, Josh.
You're welcome.
Can't even. But no, we talked about this often. The
Farts.
farts too, but the concussions that professional athletes face. Like, I wonder how many football players are getting their dome pieces checked out.
Ooh, this brings me to. This is a different sport, but Josh,
Yeah.
YouTube.
What's YouTube?
Yeah, you don't know. Type in TMZ Sports baseball player.
This already doesn't sound good.
Let's see if it comes up. First one. Yeah, first video. This is fucked up. I don't know who this is.
Professional baseball player beating the crap out of his girlfriend has surfaced.
I just want to watch the fucking video.
Inside of the stadium.
Go to this right one. The up next, because I think that's the video. I think it was 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Ooh.
Oh.
But this just happened. Oh, wait. Does that say August 3rd?
All right. You've been warned.
2016.
You've been warned.
Well, I just saw this.
Someone just fucking found
This
it.
is so fucked up. Look at this guy.
Dude, the fuck?
And then he's like, oh, but don't step on your glasses. After I just smacked the fuck out of you. And then he's like, put your glasses back on.
Here, but let me help you with these.
Well, his mother did raise a gentleman.
And then he's like, here, come on. Fuck this guy.
Seriously, she needs to
Fuck
just kick
this
his
guy.
ass backwards down them stairs.
And then he's like, oh, I'll be right back to kick your ass. And then he goes away, and then she waits there. If I was her, dude, if your dude is hitting you, get the fuck out of here. Walk down those stairs and never see this guy again. I don't care if he's an MLB player, dude.
Right?
Look at this guy. He's talking to somebody up there, and then look, whop.
What the hell?
This is so fucking. Doesn't this make you want to everybody?
Well, this guy's out of a job.
Yeah. Her family members should be able to get a rock, all of her family members, and then just throw a rock at this motherfucker.
It's primitive as hell, but I'm totally down with that.
Oh, man.
Everybody
Justice.
just fucking. Because this guy's a piece of shit. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that, but.
Well, I mean,
It's a
there's
video that I saw today, and I was like, Jesus.
there's a lot of stipulations to something like that. It's not always as easy as just running away or getting because
I know.
these
Oh, yeah.
these people are predators and they'll hunt you down.
Manipulative.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
They'll trap you.
Oh,
in.
he loves me, though.
Yeah, War Machine really loved Chrissy Mack.
Yeah. He loves me, though.
That was fucked up. And it wasn't too long ago. He was actually served. He was served. He's doing 7 years. And
I thought he was doing more than that.
He could be. I'm not 100% sure on that. OJ.
So apparently there's some,
Okay, I've heard about this, but I haven't seen it. So
I have not heard about
I
this.
haven't
What
seen
is
it yet
this?
either.
Discuss this murders and interview.
Oh, now we're on to OJ Simpson.
Yeah, since we're doing spousal abuse, this is the ultimate.
Since we're doing
Yeah,
What a way to open the show,
yeah.
boys.
Seriously, we went from wrestling to spousal abuse.
CTE, it's all
right.
related.
So a shocking hypothetical account is what it says.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this. I don't know what this is.
My parents were talking about this.
Yeah. So
I want to hear what he says before he.
yeah.
He's just hypothetically, if I killed her,
I would have done it like this.
Slit her throat and I.
Yeah, because he wrote a book around this time called If I Did Do It.
Yes.
If I did it.
Because this
If
is
I
from
did it.
2006.
God
Damn it, Mentos. Yeah, it was an unaired interview. That's why it's just starting to come up.
Okay. I was thinking, why weren't we talking about this fucking
Yeah, because I didn't hear about this.
11 years ago?
Yeah, no. So this is.
I heard about that book.
Right. So unaired until recently.
Laughs repeatedly. He laughs when he says how hard it is to talk about his ex-wife's horrific murder. He laughs when he mentions Charlie. A mysterious friend who's not been matched to
I murdered the shit out of him.
Simpson says came with him to the murder scene. Here's how he describes the crucial moments of June 12,
All right, here we go.
1994, an account which he repeatedly insists is hypothetical.
As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell.
The ball's in this guy.
Herself. And this guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed a knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there. And it's
Simpson infers he blacked out and laughs bizarrely.
I hate to say this. I'm sorry. I know we got to back up again.
And he says he was standing
Jesus
in blood.
I
Christ.
don't think any two people could be
Wow.
murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood.
The idea that O.J.
Okay, so that's enough for me to see.
Yeah,
So he's like literally talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's
Hypothetically, though, but
just because you say hypothetical,
He's using-
before it,
it's like someone taught him that word
And
hypothetical, and he was like, well,
I can use this to tell the story.
I can use this
I can
to,
actually
yeah.
tell the story now. If I
Like,
just
he
use this
doesn't know
one
that
word.
hypothetically didn't really happen. And so he's like, well, hypothetically...
He like remembers specific moments.
Yeah, he's
of
like,
it.
I do remember grabbing the knife, but then I blacked out, and then I was covered in blood. So what the fuck is that?
I remember hypothetically he took a karate stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you just
Hot
say that
fucking
you
damn.
did it? If you're,
So I
He
actually
can't be tried for it again.
right. It's I believe we're past the statutory limit of that.
Well, yeah, I also believe like he can't be tried for...
Something he's already been
I
acquitted
might
of.
be wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't know how that rule works either, but I feel like once you
Practical law from high school was a long time ago.
yeah. So I actually met someone who used
I was like, O.J. Simpson?
hang in the same circle O.J. Simpson did back in the day, and he said that the guy was violent as fuck and like just not put together well and could just go off the handle and basically what he just kind of described himself.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah. It was one of the guys that I used to work with.
it's not surprising.
He was like, hypothetically speaking, O.J. Simpson was kind of fucking crazy.
Well, this guy I talked to was like, for sure he murdered them, without a doubt, just knowing his character. But yeah, that's fucked up. So, any other spousal abuse stories?
Speaking of murder, I'm just kidding.
No, there is going to be a second season of How to Make a Murder.
Is there?
Yep, and apparently
With the same,
Yep, they're going to continue that whole situation because the one guy got acquitted.
The kid?
Yeah, the younger kid. But they're going to go into more detail about.
Who's clearly like mentally.
Oh yeah, that
just
was
not there. Have you seen that, Jeff? Making a Murder? That's
Yeah.
a good one. I like shows like that.
dude. That one pissed me off. Tanya and I watched that whole thing in like a weekend, and we were just like so bitter with the world after watching it. God fucking damn.
That's
it,
why I don't
seriously.
watch shit like that.
But there's also stuff saying that they didn't cover
Right.
a bunch of stuff, like because they make it seem like they didn't do it.
Right. Well, that was the whole point of the documentary too. It was like, look at how innocent these guys are.
And then there's like a whole bunch of people saying like they didn't cover it all.
Right.
So I wonder what
See,
the
I also
second
read
part
that
is
too.
going to
I read that like within the first week, maybe week and a half, like some article where there's so many people that are saying like this dude murdered this person. And they lay all this facts on it, and like that, it's not so much that it detoured me. Well, it did detour me from watching whatever the fucking show is called.
Making a Murder.
Making a Murder. I wanted to say How to Make a Murder, but
That's what I called it at first.
I know how to make a murder is you murder someone.
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, you just murder them. And I just had this like.
So there is in that show, there is some evidence that it's like, what? Why the fuck? Like, what was it, a blood sample that was
Yeah.
clearly tampered with?
Yes.
Like, they're not supposed to touch this shit at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's taped shut. The thing is, like, clearly the tape is cut.
Someone's been fucking with this thing.
Somebody fucked with the blood. Yeah.
And then they found the blood in a spot that was previously cleared, saying that there
Yes.
was no blood here. There was nothing there. And then all of a sudden,
there's blood there.
and it just happens to be.
It definitely seemed that regardless if he did it or he didn't do it, the cops were doing some fucking
Okay, well that
shitty.
I'm not gonna watch the show. I'm not gonna lie to you boys. What's the motive between what did this guy do to where the cops are like, fuck this guy?
He was just like a
rowdy?
local degenerate guy that got in trouble. Nobody.
But he was harmless. He would get drunk and
Well, he seemed harmless.
he
Who
seemed
knows?
harmless. Yeah,
until he hypothetically made that murder.
Correct. He made it. That's
But,
how you make it.
Yeah, they were like saying that basically the cops planted this shit on him because they didn't really care for that guy. Whatever.
Right.
They wanted to solve this
And
murder.
it sounded like it snowballed pretty quickly. Like one person's like, we'll frame it on him and not really deal with the murder part. And then eventually it's like, well, that caused them to have to cover up something else, which caused them to cover up something else. And they just didn't cover their tracks well. Plus, I mean, maybe the guy did do it regardless. They were just fucking with so much of the evidence. And
he did seem...
He seems off, don't get me wrong.
He seems off, and then his kid...
Well,
they made his, like, kid confess to doing this.
I want to say it was his nephew.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you might be right.
Also, he was already in prison one time for something that he was later just...
Who? The nephew?
No, the main guy. I can't remember his name. He already did years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, and he was proved innocent.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, literally, like... a year later is when all that shit went down. So the guy's been in and out of prison his entire life, and there's not a ton of really strong evidence to keep him there.
Yeah, so the one kid, the cops basically made this kid who's clearly mentally not there.
Right.
He's just like not...
He's a kid also.
He's a
scared.
kid.
He's being interviewed by police.
A kid interviewed by police. He's scared. And he's just, I'm going to just say, he's a dumb kid. Seems dumb.
Yeah.
And the whole family is dumb as hell.
Yeah, that's
But,
a problem in itself. But
basically, the cops, like, they show, like, the interrogation of the cops, like, making this kid
confess
to this thing. And apparently, he just got released.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the second season is going to be about, though.
Yeah, I hear it's Netflix, so it'll be available whenever they're done with it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that documentary caused enough attention that they're like, hey, let's get this kid who's clearly not guilty out of prison and
Very true.
Reassess, the other guy, I guess. I don't know everything. I only know what that documentary showed me. And again, he seems innocent based on that, but that's why legal matters are complicated.
You know what else is getting a movie? Impractical Joke.
Seriously?
Is it really?
Yeah.
They're getting a movie?
I just saw, unless it was fake, but I don't think it was.
You'll go see that, dude.
Yeah, dude, we should see that. You would think it's funny, too.
I'm sure. For those who don't know, Danny is a fairly big Impractical Jokers fan.
Except for, I've seen them.
Coming, Maxim.
And then they're going to be going straight into shooting in season 8, I guess.
These guys are bigger.
Work.
They're huge.
Oh, working all the fucking time.
They're constantly doing live shows. Dude, they have, over the summer, they did what I believe was their first fucking Impractical Jokers cruise.
Yeah, where a shit ton of comedians that I listen to, the podcast, they went on that cruise.
Yeah, Brian Johnson from Tell 'em Steve Dave went on.
Well, yeah, because he knows Q.
Oh, yeah, because Q's on fucking
But
Tell 'em
there's a
Steve
whole
Dave.
bunch of...
Good link, Danny.
Yeah. Fucking Ari Shaffir went on that cruise. Bert Kreischer. Just Tom Segura, I think, went on it.
Rogan wasn't on it, was he?
No, he had stuff to do. Not saying that these guys didn't have stuff to do.
Too busy being bald.
Yeah, well,
Well, he's too busy doing whatever the fuck he's doing. That guy does so much shit.
So,
I mean, he doesn't really work. He works. He works.
If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Correct.
He hustles.
He does a ton of work, but he doesn't work.
well, speaking of movies, Have you guys ever heard of this? It's a smaller indie flick, came out not long ago. It's called The Black Panther.
I was going to sense some sarcasm on that.
Yeah, it is. It's made over $1 billion.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep. Actually, just over the weekend, it brought in another 41 million.
What?
Which brought it up to 562 million, and that's domestic, not worldwide. Which made it trump, allowed it to beat out The Dark Knight at $534 million, making it the 7th highest grossing movie ever.
What's the highest?
It's a movie we're not into.
I wonder what it's going to be.
It's also.
What's your guess?
Titanic.
Oh, I'm covering this like you guys don't have a massive
Avatar,
fucking TV.
Titanic's number 4.
Gone with the
Wind. Damn.
Still made a lot of money.
Wow.
Is Gone with the Wind still playing? What the fuck?
When did Gone with the
Wait a
Wind come
minute.
out, too?
Like way long ago, dude.
And like
39,
movie tickets
1939.
were so much cheaper.
Well,
Like how does it work?
I think it's this is including inflation. Because it's saying 2014.
it's adjusted for inflation. It
Okay.
says. Okay, because
So-
I was going to say, there's no way. The Sound of Music,
Yeah.
E.T.
I think Avengers might be number 5.
Let's see. Yep. Avengers number 5. Jurassic World was number 4.
Furious 7 is number 6.
Wow, what's up there?
These aren't adjusted for inflation here. This is just straight up numbers.
Beauty and the Beast.
Is that the cartoon? Oh, that's
No,
the new
that's
one.
a live action one. Yeah,
Yeah. How'd you guys feel about that one?
didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't see the cartoon one.
Oh man, that's my favorite Disney movie.
You didn't? That's your favorite one, Josh?
Yeah.
Nope. See how Black Panther just like
You love that love story, eh?
it's been
do.
asterished.
Timeless.
It's made some more money.
Tale as old as time.
This is 19 on there.
It's because it's like on the rise.
Right. People are still going to see it. The fact that
Yeah.
Titanic's still up there and it's from 97 is very impressive.
It's not bad. Avatar from 2009, which honestly I just thought was okay. It was super ultra okay.
I liked Avatar.
Modern day Pocahontas. I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I thought it was hippies talking to me, but whatever.
Well, at the time I was part of the hippie culture.
So this is also this is the highest grossing standalone superhero movie, which I was thinking, I'm like, does it need that such a fucking long of a title? The highest grossing standalone superhero movie of all time.
Yeah, the other ones are Avengers, so they're mashups. But yeah,
Sure. Harry Potter, one superhero.
I don't know.
Is
Iron
he a
Man 3 is in
superhero?
here. Iron Man 3 is in there.
Yeah. But people.
Captain America Civil War, although arguably not a Captain America movie, more of an Avengers film.
Yeah, but those movies aren't making money. Panther still is.
Correct. So that I'll be excited to see that continue to grow on. this
So
chart.
it'll probably get a sequel.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's bound to get a
Absolutely,
sequel.
that's getting a sequel. I mean, he's going to be the new Tony Stark, from what I've heard rumored for after Phase 4.
He could. Let's
With
see.
all the money and technology.
Let's see what they can do. You gotta wow us.
I have faith. You know who we lost today?
I do actually. Right, I fucking my sleeping habits are complete and utter shit. So I was up. And I'm like, whatever. I'll click on Facebook. So I clicked on Facebook, and it's like Stephen Hawkins passed away 2 hours ago, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Right?
But no, I made that all about me and not Stephen Hawking's. But yeah, he did. He sure did die.
How old was he?
76. 76 years old, and he was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease when he was 21. Like,
crazy.
that one.
no, they told him you have a couple years to live, and he ended up living 55 fucking years with
Jeez.
it. And here's a quote that
Brilliant
I pulled.
mind.
Yeah, here's a quote that I pulled from him that I love. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance; it is the illusion of knowledge.
Yeah, I saw that. I think Terrell posted that.
Boner inducing. I'm just throwing it out there. Scientist, cosmologist, astronomer, and mathematician.
So this is insensitive, but
All right,
I saw one really funny meme, and actually Amanda posted it. And usually I hate Amanda's post. Sorry, Amanda.
She's got some funny shit.
I
Yeah.
love Amanda's post.
Yeah, I might say I do too.
I like Amanda's post sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but
Sometimes, Amanda.
yeah, sometimes it's too much. But it was like the last noise that Stephen Hawking, or his last words, was the Windows shutting down noise.
Jeez.
That's tough.
Oh,
That's tough and awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well, you're like, oh, that's awful, as you pulled up a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
Oh, wow, that one. I was using Auto-Tune before it was mainstream.
Damn, that's bad. Oh,
That's a weird Ghostbusters one.
where?
Where?
There's no black holes, only Zool.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
I don't get the context of that one whatsoever.
What? I don't get that at all.
I don't know. But yep, great mind.
Anyway, yes,
he's
great mind.
he's no longer with us, which I like to think he's walking somewhere. We'll see. I don't know. He's probably atheist, so he probably just figured it shuts off at that point. I don't know.
Yes. Actually, your cousin Nick posted a good one too, and it was a picture of the stairway to heaven, and then Stephen Hawking's going, "Shit." I'm sorry, guys.
That
Is that the equivalent of Stairway Denied? Or
He needs
because
an
that's
elevator.
fucking heavy. Like there's nothing. Huh?
Well, he'd be walking.
Yeah, right. That would be the idea.
Yeah.
Well, he's been
But it's
wheelchair
funny
bound.
to joke.
He's
Yeah.
been wheel-
So heaven's not like handicap accessible.
No.
Wow.
Shit.
Wow, that'd be fucking heavy. You know, like there's handicapped people that are just like yelling in the gates, like, "This is your fault. You did this. This was a part of your plan."
He's like, nothing I can do about it now.
People going to hell have to be thinking that same thing. Wait a minute. This is part of your plan, right?
Yes.
How is that fair?
It was part of your plan
How
for you to
is
go to hell.
that fair? You knew I was going to hell this whole time? The fuck did you put me here to begin with? So,
What's going on in hell?
rock and roll and drugs, baby. And it's hot, and all the women are
Getting raped in the
naked.
ass.
Yeah, there's that part too.
Maybe.
Fiery hell, getting raped in the ass.
What about I don't know people who like being hit in the ass? Like, is that really hell for
like,
them?
People like some rough sex for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
their hell is
There's a lot
actually
to that.
heaven. It's a really conflicted area.
They're just hypothetically murdering people to get down there.
All the people that want to go to hell end up going to heaven. All the people that want to go to heaven end up going to hell. So it's really a mixed breed of people.
Really?
I mean, this is SharkCast calls it.
We're going to let you know on this.
Yeah, we'll hit you up from the afterlife
When
eventually.
we interview a dead guy.
I do know a medium,
We'll have just as many listeners.
a quote unquote medium. Yeah, right. We'll see you all in hell.
No, the dead guy one, that's going to get those ratings up.
Nobody will hear it though. It's gonna be tough to get it out there.
It'll just be me doing this voice from off screen.
I guess my sandwich would be life.
Live.
So, I saw this. I think it was in a movie, but I could be wrong. Is a burrito a sandwich?
It's a wrap.
But is that a sandwich?
I mean,
Is it?
Well, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is it? I don't know.
I feel a hot dog's a sandwich.
now I want to do some research.
Like, what is?
What makes a sandwich a sandwich?
Define a sandwich. If I spelled it right.
Between two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, and other filling.
So,
Eaten as a light meal.
Well, it depends. I had a pretty hearty.
I like that this is like the
sandwich
first
there.
thing.
It's verbed. I like how they verb it.
Is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
Is not a sandwich according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
They're like, fuck no. You need to slow
Who's
it
on
down.
that council and how do you get on it? The National Hot Dog and Sausage
Older
Council.
people, dude.
Wow. There's a council for this?
Do they do the buns too?
Merriam-Webster
Do they
claims
council
it is.
the buns?
Webster says it is the hot dog people.
The council of hot dog people.
Must be an elite group of hot dog lovers. They got together one day and they're like, these fuckers are calling hot dog sandwiches, and I just won't stand for it.
Yeah, me too. So,
Like one was
according
eating
to
a
the-
hot dog, and
according
he's
to
like,
the
I would
definition-
never eat a fucking sandwich.
according to the definition,
Yeah.
a burrito would be.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the
Bread.
definition said 2 or more slices of bread. A burrito is one piece of
okay.
bread. Now,
Well,
also,
there's open face sandwiches.
I don't think they must not be sandwiches. They must not be sandwiches. You got to put them. You got to stack them, motherfuckers. Now, this gets me thinking: is a submarine sandwich? Because what you're doing is you're taking just one piece of bread, you're splitting.
Well, same with a hot dog.
Wait.
Okay, so maybe a hot dog's not.
Will you guys read this for a second? Because I feel like this is going way too far.
Is a wrap considered a sandwich? Is a pizza a sandwich? A
No.
pizza is not a sandwich.
No.
Superior
Well, it
Court-
could be an open face sandwich.
Superior Court Judge Jeffrey Locke cited Webster's Dictionary as well as testimony from a chef and a former high-ranking federal agricultural official in ruling that Qdoba's burritos and other offerings are not sandwiches. Why did they even have to have this conversation?
So the difference, the judge ruled, comes down to 2 slices of bread versus 1 tortilla. But Jeff just made a brilliant point. If you cut the bread in half, it's 1 piece of bread. Or if you just butterfly it and you
how many
don't cut it
times
all the way in half.
When we would have the sausages at work and
So-
we use the bread and we cut it in half,
Submarine
one piece.
sandwich?
We weren't taking.
No, you
2
don't
of
fucking
those.
you don't
You
you
weren't
don't cut it
taking
straight
2
in
of
half.
those rolls.
No. You can't hold the stuff in that good. Shit falls out the bottom.
I just want to know why a judge was brought into this.
No, that's a really good question, and you have to imagine like when the judge was like, "This is going to be a good day," and he's like, "What?"
We're talking about
Could have been a she.
What about a honey?
1 piece of bread.
If you're not from
1 piece
Michigan,
of bread.
you probably don't know what a honey is.
I hardly know what a honey is, and I'm from Michigan.
Chicken pita.
1 piece of bread. Wow, really interesting.
Great conversation, guys.
Did not
Nailed that one.
expect that.
Fucking, we're going to change the name of this bitch to Sandwich Cast.
Yeah.
Is hot dog a
hot dog a sandwich.
Shit, really makes me
burrito a
think.
sandwich.
Okay,
We only cover the important topics.
what about
Legally, a burrito is not a
Legally,
sandwich.
we only cover the most important topics.
well, okay. What if you got? Well, I guess that's not bread. So,
What are you about to say?
what's those things?
Lettuce wrap.
No, I guess that's not a fucking sandwich.
Jimmy John's
I
salad.
guess
Well, it would be
no.
a wrap.
I guess you would put a
It's not
lettuce
bread.
wrap in the bread, and then you have a sandwich.
Defeats the purpose of the lettuce wrap. though.
Sure, but your wrap's defeating the purpose of a sandwich.
That's also true.
What's the thing from Taco Bell that's got? It's like the hard, and then it's
Crunchwrap Supreme?
No, the
No.
cheesy gordita
Cheesy
crunch.
gordita crunch.
Oh, my favorite.
2 pieces. No, that's
Oh.
not bread. That's not bread though. One's a corn
Kind
shell.
of.
One's a corn shell.
But the other one's flour.
Sure. And maybe
You
you, get
can
2
have a
flour
fun-
ones on there.
I feel like we could ask this question all night. It was like when we got into the vegetables versus fruits.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a while ago.
Fucking A, man.
I don't even know if that episode's
I
out.
guess
I don't think it is either.
submarine sandwich is not by definition a sandwich. But now there's
But I
probably
feel like
a
there's some
submarine.
people-
There's probably a submarine fucking Jedi council that are saying like, "What are you trying to throw the submarine
Suck it
sandwich
in,
out
just for
here?"
Bunsy. Is a submarine sandwich truly a sandwich? Because according to that definition,
Is a sub a sandwich? A hoagie.
you're a filled roll grinder. Yeah, so
type
what
of
about
sandwich.
a fucking calzone?
It's a type of sandwich.
Type of sandwich.
So
that
this is a
can-
subset
Well,
of
so
sandwich.
is pizza then.
No. Hold on. Well, now we got to
Is it type in calzone? Because pizza could be an open-faced sandwich.
Well, it just said you can't have an open face sandwich as a sandwich because
Well, then what the fuck is an open-faced sandwich?
toast, dog. I don't know. Like there has to be 2 pieces
Maybe
of bread.
baked or deep fried, blah, blah, blah.
It's not a really clear
Enclosed
definition.
sandwich of
Sandwich.
cheese.
So there's an enclosed sandwich.
I don't think they know.
No, I don't think any of these people know. The fact
Everyone's making this shit up at this point. It's 2018, and
We
we're
don't
asking the
even
real
know.
questions.
this is why we need a sandwich council. We got a hot dog council.
And sausage.
Sorry, hot dog.
Yeah,
and
there was one in the
But
same
I wonder
council.
if they do the buns as well. They do the hot dogs, the
A bread-
sausages.
a bread
Do they
committee?
do the buns as well?
They're like,
I assume they do.
Well, are you including a hot dog as being?
Well, that's
Bun,
why I can only
dog.
assume that's why the Hot Dog and Sausage Council has an opinion on whether a hot dog is considered a sandwich. So if we're just talking about the meat part of the hot dog, obviously no one's going to argue that lone stick of meat is a sandwich. It's just a hot dog. So I can only assume they're talking about the full.
How the fuck do you
Full
get on
thing.
the hot dog sausage council?
I want to know.
Like, what's...
Can you show me?
You have to go up for review. I know it.
Do you have to go through some sort of rigorous testing?
Some
Is it like-
initiation.
A club that you just joined and you paid like...
They all got the wieners
dues.
out. You gotta.
They all get together and they're just like, before the meeting,
We gotta-
all right, let's begin.
Yeah. Do you think they eat hot dogs like constantly?
I imagine the hot dog eating like competition.
I should be
eaters-
on the cheese council then.
You should.
I was about to ask, when was the last time you guys had a...
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
have to
really
say.
a hot dog person.
I think
and
I-
if I get hot dogs or like something like that, I'll usually get some like a chicken sausage with cheese in it.
Sure.
Or something.
What? No, I do a plain hot dog, mustard, ketchup, or I'll do
I'm not like that into
I'll do
hot
relish and onions and mustard.
But it's good every once in a while. Don't get me wrong.
Good,
And
but I've never...
Yeah.
I went to Home Depot today. Walked
No
by
hot-
the
no hot
walked
dogs?
by the hot dog thing. I was thinking about it.
Yeah,
Smells good.
Yeah,
There's something about a hot dog at a baseball game or something like that.
yeah.
It's the
A
nostalgia.
sporting event. Easy.
Once I move into this new house, I'll be eating a lot more hot dogs. I know that. Currently, I don't eat a lot of hot dogs.
Not out of necessity, because he wants to.
Yeah, well, that's
So
part
what's
of
with
it.
this new house that
It's gonna,
makes you want to have some hot dogs?
well,
You'll be alone with them.
yeah, I'll have I'll have my special set of hot dogs set aside for.
You can't do that at your house now.
No, I can't. They'll be
It's true.
gone. They'll be gone.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Josh's special place where all of his hot dogs are held.
I don't know, man. I end up finding myself eating a lot of hot dogs at the fucking gas station.
You do eat them?
You just hang out at the gas station, eat them.
No, I wouldn't say quite a bit, but I eat. It's not quite a bit, but I
Sounds
probably
like it's
eat-
quite a bit.
No, probably like once. Maybe
What's your condiment?
What's your
my
hot dog?
condiment on
Just
hot dog.
Yeah,
I
I got mine.
Yeah, I got mine. I'm loaded.
I don't know. I don't really necessarily chili cheese.
Okay.
Chili
You're a
cheese is
chili
your-
dog.
Yeah,
You're a
Chili
chili dog
dog
guy.
If I'm doing hot dog,
mayonnaise.
mustard, onions.
Mustard and onions.
That's it.
I'll do relish.
Relish is good every once in a while.
See, I'll do relish every if I've got
it's
the
available.
options. If I've got the options, I'll do relish and mustard and maybe onions. I have to be feeling
Yeah.
the onions, but okay.
I'm always down for some
I'm
onions.
down with just mustard and ketchup. Like that's okay. You don't see me complaining.
Sure.
Something about like ketchup and hot dogs just reminds me of little kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, you cut them up and you dip them.
Yes.
I'm not doing that anymore.
I don't know. You might with this new house.
I might with this new house. I'll go get a bunch of kid plates. Just have them sectioned. So I got.
They're good, but
the
have you
hot
tried them
dog.
cut up?
We're gonna go over there one day, and he's gonna be like,
I'll have a bunch of like Ninja Turtle plates like I did when I was a kid. I got mustard in one area, ketchup in the second area, and then the main area is just covered in hot dogs
he's got
cut
a
up.
shit ton of mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Some tater tots.
Ooh, some tater
It
tots.
actually doesn't sound bad.
Tater tots are delicious.
I could get down on this meal. As a grown-ass man, I could get down on this meal.
All right, what else you got, Jeff?
That was it. No. Did you guys hear about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
We need to sue oil companies?
Yeah, Arnold
Yes.
Schwarzenegger went ham on big oil companies saying, you've been killing the earth forever now. You know you've been doing it.
Clean coal.
No, he wants
It's
to
oil.
charge him with murder, I thought.
Yeah, and he's
What?
like,
That's as far as I got, just for the record, so.
I was reading from it. He's asking, why isn't there warning labels on cars? Like cigarettes? He's like, you know what you're doing?
Okay.
It's
We all know
extreme.
what we're doing.
It's extreme. I'm not saying, go Arnold.
No. I mean, at the same time, I kind of get it. I like this idea of pushing away from oil and
Sure, it's not a bad
coal
idea.
and all that, because we got the technology to do it.
Agreed.
They can even make the fucking noise through your speaker now.
Yeah, as we
So-
talked about last time. And this, I mean, that point you brought up, Danny, where it's like, we know it's not good to just leave garbage out.
and just we know that pollution exists.
Yeah, it's like, why
we
not?
know that pollution exists. So
I could live and wallow in my own filth, but I choose not to because I am.
If we can,
I'm civilized.
yeah, if we can, let's not.
Yeah, let's try to avoid it, especially if
it's a necessity at the moment.
Well, and now it's becoming easier too. Like it was very difficult for a long time. Like we needed to power things, you need to do it through coal and oil and all this stuff, but we don't have to do it the same way.
Yeah, but
Solar energy, nuclear energy, which is a little...
It's actually supposed to burn cleaner, but there's also, like, if there's a mistake.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Which there always is a mistake with us humans.
There's something to it that definitely makes people nervous, but it doesn't create as much pollution as coal or oil or any of that other stuff.
Which is interesting,
I said
right?
it burns cleaner, not that much cleaner.
Yeah, it's a little bit cleaner.
I don't know what which was actually a shocking fact that I learned via high school science class. I was like, well, of course, coal is going to burn cleaner than the thing that's going to destroy Earth.
No, actually.
You never heard of a fucking coal bomb.
Right.
Well, I mean...
Maybe at one point. I don't know.
I mean, like...
I think nuclear bombs
It's like
kind of
gas bomb.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, here's my segue. All right, so we're talking about nuclear power. We're talking about nuclear bombs now. Elon Musk, good old elongated muskrat, has claimed, and will stand by this, and I kind of, when I think about it,
Fuck coal.
I agree with him. AI, artificial intelligence, is more dangerous than nukes.
Yes.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I've seen him talk about that shit.
So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Absolutely.
But why?
Because you just...
Because if we just let it go...
We just can't be doing this shit
it's
because
just like another
eventually
race that can just build... They never die.
we don't get cancer.
We don't get...
We love coal.
We don't get depressed and slow down.
No, we can use coal.
Right? We don't worry about pollutants.
Yeah,
You guys kind of seem like
just like,
pussies.
endless.
And it's not even we, it's more like I, the singularity.
Yeah, no shit. You guys are individual.
I am just one sentient being that's across a multitude of different devices.
Also, too, it's like we've talked about it before, man. You read so many fucking, the robot dystopian that will strip the earth of what, and it's not a new concept. And it's just like, well, I've been reading about this my whole fucking life, so I'm going to go with no.
There was a game that
the
came out.
The idea that we can't play God.
There's a game that came out this last year that I loved that really hits this home really well. Horizon Zero Dawn for PlayStation 4. If you haven't played it, totally worth it. Story's incredible. I won't say much more than that, but...
if you had played it, you can talk to us about it on Facebook or fucking
email us. SharkCast Podcast.
Or
at gmail.com.
just go to Target and buy it.
Yep, and then enjoy it on your own. Don't tell us about it. We don't really care about your opinion. That's a joke. We want to hear from you guys. We really do miss human interaction. So he also was saying that, nukes are highly regulated and that AI has virtually zero regulation.
do whatever you want.
Which, I mean, honestly, when it comes to tech, there's a fine line. You don't want too much government involvement because that's why we have smartphones, and smartphones have technically surpassed what, the government was anticipating.
Yeah, what's scary is how fast everything's moving.
Oh, it moves so fast.
Back in the day, like texting, no.
Even
the thing.
Even
internet.
What we're doing right here.
Impossible.
It would have been utterly impossible 10, 15 years ago.
Impossible.
Yeah. Not with the resources we have, at least.
So fucking quick how shit has happened.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the first text message you ever got?
No.
I remember T9.
I never actually dealt with T9.
You never did T9?
I avoided
T9.
T9 was badass compared to the regular.
The first time I ever had texting on a phone was I had one of those slide phones where it's...
What was it?
LG something or other. I don't remember.
I think I had that phone.
You hold it like this.
It wasn't like the sidekick where it flipped.
No, it just slid.
Just slid up.
Like,
I had
if
that
I was
one.
holding the phone looking at it like I would a normal phone, I could slide it from right to left, and then the keyboard was there, and I could type. And I never actually had to do T9. I avoided that somehow.
The first cell phone I ever had, I was given to... my parents gave it to me when I was in high school, and there was something about it.
How old?
I was 16.
I don't know.
16 too.
18 maybe?
My parents got me it when I started driving in case I
Same.
broke down.
Same.
Well, your parents don't need to get you a cell phone
If
for
you don't.
driving if you're not driving. So,
Truth.
so they were like super encouraging of this cell phone, and I'm like, no fucking
Right.
way. I do not want to fucking have this thing on me.
Back in the day, it was like, why would I text you when I could just call you?
Right? Now Danny doesn't answer his goddamn phone
No.
if you need him to. Well,
The last 4 times I've caught him.
yeah, he answered when I called him earlier today, but we were bitching about you, so like I think he was ready to answer.
Oh,
It's like, God damn it, Jeff. We got to go pick your ass up. Okay. I love you. I
so
love you.
my parents would
I
be
do
like,
hate answering the phone. Everybody, don't call me.
my parents would be like, don't
so
don't
true.
you forget, oh, you're going out with your friends, don't you forget that phone. And I'm like, okay,
Right?
I don't need this baggage.
Right?
So
But now we don't go anywhere without him.
which is really funny because I'm always on the fucking thing and I don't even
Yes.
really
Well-
enjoy being on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a computer now. By our standards, when we were kids, it's a computer.
We have literally all the knowledge at our fingertips. Literally.
That's so crazy. And yet, we still don't do shit. Well,
We still don't research shit.
No.
We see it
Blows
on
my mind.
Facebook. We're like,
you know,
I can't believe this.
You know,
Like,
I gotta say, okay, so I'm gonna give this group of 3 men kudos because about a year ago was when Danny first approached me about doing a podcast. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down on that. I just started listening to a podcast, and he's like, okay, I think my buddy Jeff would be a great person to do it with.
It's me.
that's Jeff.
That's Jeff. Jeff's here.
Jeff. Say something.
Jeff, introduce yourself.
Hey.
I too talked with Danny about doing a podcast about a year ago.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's enough, Jeff. But no, in that time, I mean, there was a lot of research and a lot of time, a lot of trial and error, and just like using the internet and just we didn't go out and buy extra shit. We just did it with the stuff we already had.
Yeah.
So I mean, use the internet, make things, learn things. It's incredible.
I know, you'd be surprised what you could do. If you have a book, you could probably publish that book on the internet and someone will fucking read it.
Yeah, you can fucking have your own business.
Yeah.
You can just
Via
have
internet.
your own via internet.
Yeah.
You gotta just have
Crazy.
you gotta have the mindset to hustle. You gotta
Also,
have the mindset to hustle.
have you
And
guys
work.
seen
And-
the
and
porn
just
that's
to
on
keep
there?
trying.
Jeez.
The porn, my God, it's gotten incredible over the last 10 years.
The library of porn. Boys,
Endless.
let's try these tonic cucumber and gingers.
Wichita.
Well, how deep are we into this? Should we take a quick break, or are we not far enough?
46. We could probably take a break.
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll try.
We'll come back for the beers.
Jeffrey, where can you listen to us?
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, where else?
iTunes.
iTunes. What do you need to do when you listen to us on iTunes?
Like, subscribe, and share.
That is what you need to do.
Also, if you don't fuck with SoundCloud and iTunes, there's another place you can find us.
And where's that?
Google Play,
Google Play.
Or
We're on Stitcher. What else?
Stitcher, and Dog Catcher. Go
I
ahead.
don't know what the fuck Dog Catcher is, but
Neither
apparently
do I,
we're
but
on.
we're on it, and we fucking look good as fuck on it.
We're here.
We're back, bitches.
And now
Oh yeah, we're gonna try these beers.
we're going to try these ciders. Now, here's the thing, is Danny and I are big tonic fans. We've even discussed how we drink tonic without booze in it because we just think because we've drinking so much booze with tonic that we've just come
It's just
accustomed to the flavor. Yeah.
I just like
So I
tonic.
enjoy it like an ice cold tonic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
fucking
delicious
hook
with
it
a little
up.
bit of lime juice.
Oh yeah, fucking hook it up.
It's delicious. Let's see what this is. So this is Blake's Hard Cider makes this, which is a local
Cider mill.
Cider mill.
Thanks,
But
Blake.
this is a tonic hard cider infused with cucumber and ginger.
It's called The Tonic. So I don't know if it's supposed to be tonic, like we know, like tonic and gin.
Gotcha.
Oh, you could be right with that, Joshua.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually like tonic water based.
Makes it seem like it when they call it the tonic.
It's fizzy. Most ciders aren't fizzy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, depends.
It smells like cucumber.
These are 6.5, which I didn't realize. I thought these were going to be like light things. They taste light.
They taste like really light. I mean, I taste the cucumber. I taste the ginger. It tastes like pop.
It tastes like not very good pop.
I was gonna say, is this what pop tastes to you?
No, I mean, yeah.
Gracie, come here.
Oh, boy.
Right here. Lay down.
I don't know.
I don't really care for it. What do you think?
I don't care for hard ciders in general.
I like hard ciders.
I'll enjoy a nice hard cider.
These are gross hard ciders.
I don't know. I like it more than those reds you drink.
Well, that's like a,
that's just meant to get you drunk.
yeah, that's like a super sweet thing. Like, I like woodchucks are good hard ciders.
Yeah, I used to drink woodchucks.
Woodchucks are delicious.
Ciders they give me a stomach ache.
They do give you a stomach ache.
Because they're so sweet.
But so does tonic. Gives me like
Does it?
acid reflux, I feel like.
Reflux.
No, his acid reflexes.
Yeah, this is I would never buy this again. What do you what do you think, Jeff?
I hate to be the spoiler sport of this episode, but I've had this before.
And you already said it sucked.
Yeah, and I was like not keen on it. And it was gross then, and it's still gross now. I see the audience for it, I guess. Mm-hmm. Every ass has its seat, so for example, our dear friend Scotty was telling me how he had this beer.
We should have had Scotty on.
We should have Scotty D on.
Oh, then we got to ask him to bring some
a beer.
beers.
Oh, that would be a good episode. A beer episode.
Oh, he would bring us. Yeah.
And
okay.
This cat tries.
Seed has been planted. Sorry, Jeff.
This dude, the things he's drinking these days. I enjoy
He's spending a lot of money on.
I enjoy me a good craft beer.
On these.
Okay, for example,
Yeah.
last week was the first time I've ever had one of these peanut butter ales.
What?
And he is crazy about them. He's gaga about them.
Really?
Yeah, have you not had one?
No, not yet. I didn't know there was a peanut butter ale.
Oh, dude, there's an ale for every fucking thing. I've had creme brulee
I seen
stouts with him.
yesterday at the restaurant. We went to this Italian restaurant, and they had blueberry pancake stout.
God damn it.
And I'm like,
Why?
that doesn't sound like something I want to drink.
I want a beer that tastes like a beer.
Well, he was telling me today.
Hoppy, and I want it to taste like beer.
Telling me today that he just recently tried a beer that was brewed with pig's feet to be like a ham beer.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
Seriously, why?
I have no idea. What do you drink that with?
Who is making that? That's like those Lay's chips where they have all those crazy ass flavors.
Oh, the dumbass flavors.
Pringles.
Well, no, Lay's have
Lay's is like
they have
chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles. What's their craziest
shit.
one? They have like super fucking. Look it up. Lay's.
They come out seasonally. They come out in the warmer months. Try Lay's chips seasonal. What?
Yeah, seasonal would be good. I think seasonal flavors. Type in seasonal flavors, and I bet you it'd come up.
Seasonal flavors. Yes, there we go.
I didn't know these were PepsiCo.
Go to images. It'd probably give us a best look.
Give us a great.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, there you go. Bacon, mac and cheese.
Cappuccino. What?
Yeah, I've had the cappuccino ones.
Thanksgiving dinner.
My mom was gaga about the cappuccino ones. There's the chicken and waffles.
What is that? Biscuits and gravy?
Yep, they have a biscuits and gravy.
That might be good.
This is bullshit. That's not real. Toothpaste and orange juice?
No, that's not real.
Calling bullshit on that.
I think the Thanksgiving dinner one is photoshopped as well.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen that one before.
Look at the picture. Go up. It's the first one. That picture? No.
Oh,
that's photoshopped
this
as
is
fuck.
photoshopped. Like
They just jam all those flavors into these chips. That'd be kind of fucking impressive.
I would like to try the biscuits and gravy. Maybe we need to do a SharkCast review of one of these crazy
Biscuits and
flavors.
gravy are out of season. That was several seasons ago.
Will it ever come back?
I don't know. My brother's a huge stoner. That's how I know about these things.
milk chocolate?
That's nothing crazy.
Yeah, I've seen chocolate potato chips before.
Actually,
Chocolate
Better
covered.
Lay's, not Better Lay's, Better
What is
Made.
it? Donuts?
Wait, where?
There's
Right there, right there.
No way that one's real,
Click.
dude. That one's not real.
Steak
No.
donut.
Yeah, that's steak donut Lays.
Fuck is a steak donut? Like I know a steak fry is.
Right?
Chicken ramen, that's not really there.
Wait, hold on. That's not the one I wanted. There's another toothpaste orange juice. That one looks
funny.
more...
It's a good. That's a good Photoshop job right there.
Yeah, no, whoever did this one did a better job than the other one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's
Just the idea of toothpaste orange juice is...
BLT. Could be good.
That one sounds like it could be good.
Yeah. It's just strange.
Yeah. All right, so
Okay,
what do we rate this thing?
You go first, Josh. You like it.
I actually have to say I don't mind it.
Biggest naysayer.
Yeah, right.
If you remember.
No.
Before we started recording, Josh was like,
Yes,
"Oh, man.
I was upset
Very
about
true.
this. I was upset about this.
He was
because
upset that I bought him beer. I know how upsetting it is.
It's so upsetting when you buy me beer. But I was put off by the idea of cucumber and ginger and the fact that it's a hard cider. But it's light enough that
It's very light.
I don't mind this. We'll see where my tummy's at in about 10 minutes. But
I
for
feel
right
like-
now, I'm going to give this an 8.
Wow.
I would actually probably get this. I would get this because I think Tanya would drink it, and therefore I could have it in the house and then just drink one when I want one.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's light, but it's like it's got a gross flavor though. It's light.
I don't think the flavor is that gross, though.
I don't know.
I think it's the ginger
I kind of like the ginger part.
I don't know what part of it I'm disliking.
and the pieces of cucumber in there. I'm kidding. There's no.
There's this like fresh cucumber chunk in this
No
fucking
such thing
cider.
as fresh in a can.
I wouldn't ever buy this again.
Wait, hold on. I found another good one. Cajun squirrel. That's Walker's.
dumb.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I thought it was Lay's. Never mind.
What is this flavor? 7, flavor 8.
Glow stick fluid. That's kind of funny.
Okay. Anyway, I would never buy this ever again.
Lemon?
I'll give it a 4.
Danny's down to a 4.
4.5.
4.5.
I mean, it's not like I could probably choke them down if I had to. Which I'll
Jiffy?
probably drink a couple more because I bought them.
Jiffy?
But they're not good.
I'll go
I'll help you with another one.
a 3.
Yeah.
Damn,
Well,
you guys
I mean,
really don't like this.
I'll
thing.
help you with another. I don't know because I'm struggling with this one.
He'll probably.
I'm almost done
later
already.
on. He's gonna fucking. He's definitely gonna have.
That or he's
one.
going to ask me for some of my whiskey.
Yeah,
Probably
there's no
the latter.
doubt. I saw garlic bread Lays.
That one was legit.
That one's probably
One of my
delicious.
buddies that worked at the comic book store was like,
Is it a sandwich?
the garlic bread?
If you ate 2 of them at once.
If you put
No,
them together.
no. There has to be something in between it.
There has
What
to
if
be
you
meat.
put,
Meat was in there.
What if you put a piece of salami in there?
Then done. Sandwich.
Okay, so it has
It's
to
like
be
a
meat.
potato bun.
Okay, we're going back to the fucking sandwich thing
Sorry.
again.
Yeah, we got to stay away from that. That's
No,
dangerous.
no, because this is a validated question. Did it specify if it had to be meat?
Yeah, I feel it did.
I don't think it did.
Hold up.
Well, then our grilled
It's-
cheeses have been a farce our whole lives.
Yeah, what is a fucking grilled cheese then?
That could be.
Good fucking point, Jeff. That's why you're on the
2
show.
pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other fillings between
with
them.
meat, cheese.
Or.
So it has to have meat and cheese?
No, it's saying meat, cheese, or other fillings. So,
So it could be meat and
Or
cheese,
cheese.
or meat
or cheese.
or cheese.
The or is
other
implied
filling.
in between each one.
Why does it say eaten as a light meal?
I don't know. What if you want to have a fucking...
Because I had a
Big
fucking
meal.
patty melt
Seems like a big
for
meal.
dinner.
Probably
And it
wasn't a
filled me
light
up.
meal.
It wasn't light.
I had a turkey burger and
Turkey burgers are good.
I eat them often.
5
I like,
ways to define a sandwich according to the law.
Okay, we're getting crazy.
God damn
Look
it.
at their
Look at
subs.
that.
Hot dogs, I mean.
Ooh, this one.
That
and
looks good.
they
See,
all look
I'm
good.
all down for, like...
You want a fancier hot dog?
Yeah. I want it to be done up right.
Have you been to Imperial in, fucking, what is it called? Ferndale. Imperial in Ferndale.
No.
They do California style cooking, and apparently California style cooking is very fancy hot dogs.
Well, have you ever
Is
fucked
it-
with a Chicago hot dog?
I have.
I have
so
not.
One of the jobs that I filmed, there was like this crazy hot dog place I stopped in, and I got 3 like different ones, crazy ones. They're good. I'm down for crazy toppings.
I went to, they had, I was in Chicago, so it's not hard to get a Chicago hot dog. And I'm pretty sure I told you the story before, Danny. Cliff, who's over in fucking Iceland right now.
He better bring us back some fermented
I told
shark
him,
meat.
I even told him I don't care how much it fucking cost. Don't come back to the States without that shark.
Did you Facebook message
What
him?
did he say? Did he message you back?
We'll see.
Yeah, you got
So
to.
no.
If he's out of,
So the answer is no.
we will do fermented shark meat on SharkCast.
That would be perfect.
We'll
And
cannibalize
disgusting.
ourselves.
So, he's like, dude, I'm going to get one of these Chicago dogs. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll fucking get one too. It's been a few hours since I ate. I'm like, damn, $7 for a fucking hot dog? This thing better be fucking... Like, dude, $7 for a hot dog?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
even if it's
That's
done up.
That's too much.
So the dude's like, just everything on it? And I'm like, yeah. I need my $7 worth out of this fucking thing.
Bro. They got like a weird fucking flavor, dude. It's like stomach
These things are
acid.
gross. So like I fucking give the guy my $7 and it's the best fucking hot dog I've ever had in my life. I ended up spending
What did it
like,
have on it?
from memory it had pickle on it. It had
Hot dogs and shit. This whole episode.
this is we're hot dogging it.
We're hot dogging it. We might have a title.
All right. Josh, can we fucking
Yeah, do you have a Miller's Mark?
No, Josh, can we talk about
Give us something. Or think about it while Jeff gives us something. Or I got another video if you don't. have
Jeff was
something.
about to ask me something.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
I have it written down in my notebook as big ballsy Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Because this shit sounds fucking lit.
So
What are you talking about?
They're talking about
new
the
season?
spin-offs.
yeah. So
Because once
Because they love
it's coming
money.
to an end. It's coming to an end. Game of
2019,
Thrones. Yep.
So was there spin-off books?
No, it's going to be
Yes.
series.
There is?
there has been.
There already are spin-off books.
Yeah, actually, Matt Weiss has like spin-off comic books that he's like had me special order at the comic book store and
comic-
shit. Well, all under George R.R. Martin. Like
Put the double middle initial. Come on, pick one. It's
George
like,
Railroad.
It's like J.R.R. Tolkien. Who are you trying to impress?
dude, I don't. Mine would be like JSL.
See, I've got the RR. I could be like J.R.R. Miller.
How you got the? How
Anyway.
you got the two RRs?
Anyway.
I don't. I'm just saying.
What
I
is
could
it gonna
just
be about?
Double my
Okay,
R.
I don't know what it's going to be about, but I do know that
Is Spider-Man in it?
he is.
Every bit of it.
Yeah, the whole Avengers are going to be involved.
What about Frodo?
Are you kidding me? Yeah, he's
It's a
there.
Lord of the Rings, Avengers, Game of Thrones mashup.
Back to the Future, Mortal Kombat.
Come on.
Super Smash Brothers? Characters?
Might as well. since
They'll
we're there.
talk about it.
Okay.
It'll be talked about.
They'll be playing it?
They'll reference back to Super Smash Bros. Repeatedly.
HBO's Vice President of Drama, Francesca, hope I'm saying her name right, Orsi,
Nobody cares, but...
said $50 million per season won't fly here.
Jeez.
They need fucking a bigger budget just for what they have coming out of the gates as of episode 1.
It's because they got to CGI that Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah, exactly. And also, don't forget the John Cena is going to be in it.
And Back to the Future.
And Back
it
to the
might be
Future.
tough to do.
Brock Lesnar's
It's going to be weird. Yeah. Brock Lesnar,
He's a new mountain.
his transgender Batgirl is going to be in there.
oh my God, reaching back to an old episode of SharkCast.
First one.
Also, too, this is what really cracked me up is the idea that the idea of a spin-off show is nothing new. You know, we've had multiple spin-off shows throughout the history of television. But HBO says we're not calling them spin-off shows, we're calling them successor shows. And that's where I'm like, well, why don't you just get over your fucking self?
Yeah.
Like
it's a spin-off.
No one was upset with calling it a spin-off.
Nobody knows what it's going to be about.
That being said,
I sent the link to Josh because
do you know what? Like, do you have a feeling? Are you going to do? SharkCast calls it.
My
Who
feeling
you think
is
it's gonna be
what
about?
what my feeling is Josh. I'm pretty sure you and I have had this conversation multiple times. My feeling is, and I go with this for the clarity of storytelling's sake, is you give me, or not just me, everybody, a young Ned and a young Rob. Okay, you don't have to do much reeling there.
They already got the actors for it.
You don't have to do much reaching there.
I don't know.
The audience already knows who these characters are. So then you don't have to introduce a new character. You already feel comfortable. You have an idea of who these characters
they're
are.
not going to introduce a new character. You think?
A lot of people are saying otherwise
might.
because it's so vast. A lot of people were talking
There's
about
so many fucking characters in that show, though.
What's his name? Egard Duncan?
Egard Duncan? Is that the actor's name or the character?
The character.
I'm not. Ingrid? Are you talking about the...
No.
Describe the character to me.
Okay, I know his brother. He was the Grand Maestro of...
Okay.
The Night's Watch.
If people are listening and have never watched Game of Thrones like me,
Yeah, no, Danny's out. No, I'm not.
They're going,
I can't think of the name of the character. It's been a minute since I've watched it because I watched everything between April and the end of last season.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And that was a lot of Game of Thrones to watch. Like, I probably lost a solid week and a half of my life collectively just watching it.
I think you started racing me because I think you watched the season. I was like way ahead of you, and then you watched the season finale.
I did.
Ahead
I
of
did
me.
watch it before you because this was while we're still doing it because we couldn't talk about it because Daniel here.
He told me he does the dishes when he turns on Game of Thrones.
Why would you turn on Game of Thrones when you're going to do the dishes?
no, I don't think I'm going to do the dishes until I turn on Game of Thrones.
Well,
and I'm like,
that's not what it's there for. It's not what
I
it's
can't
there for.
sit still and watch this shit.
No,
But I can sit there and play fucking Breath of the Wild for hours.
which I'm impressed how far you've gotten already. That being said, though, I am down with Game of Thrones the next season. I am apprehensive about spin-offs. I really just want them to nail the end of this series. And
That would be the
done with
best.
it. Not that they need to be done with it, but I'd like them to nail the end of the series. I would love to see some backstory, like you were talking about, Ned Stark, his backstory. I'd like to see the backstory between the Mountain and
The Hound.
the Hound.
I think we're going to see that.
I hope so.
I think that this happens.
Which we talked about the Mountain last episode, but
Thornbine Jorgensen.
Thornbound. The other thing is,
He
though,
can produce 3 quarts.
yes, we established that. The characters I'm most interested in, though, I don't need a backstory on because they've already told their whole story. Like Jon Snow, what's Arya? I know where she's coming from. I'd love to see where she's going, though. If they want to do an Arya Stark spin-off after...
See, now that's who I think.
See, but do you think
Gets
that
the
they
Iron
just
Throne.
like fucking are gonna ruin? Don't they like just
Oh, no. Now,
spin
here's the
off
thing.
the shit out of stuff?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they do.
Historically, that's a bad...
Do they ever not do that? Has there ever been a show where they don't do that?
Not like a really well-received show that doesn't get some sort of
I know.
shitty
They're just
spin-off.
like, we can make some money off
Like
of this regardless.
Friends had Joey.
They had that 70s show. They had That's 80 show for
Which
like a season or something.
that flopped terribly.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
That
the
70s
same
show.
thing. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't. It's like you had magic.
right.
And then
Actually, guys, I'll give you one. Is you had Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then you had Angel, and Angel went for like 7 or 8 seasons.
Good for Angel. Didn't watch any.
I didn't watch any of it either.
Didn't watch any of either of them. Although I know you're a Buffy fan.
Did you already drink yours, Josh?
Oh yeah, I slammed that shit.
What about you, Jeff?
If you want to hand me another one of those, I'll do it. Which means I'm going to be hungover tomorrow at work. Kurt, if you're listening to this bullshit.
I feel like there's Kurt at everybody's job.
Yeah,
there's
well,
a Kurt.
The Kurt I know, actually, I'd love to have him on. I've talked to him a couple times about this. He lives in California, and he's a son of a bitch. Good people. Good people.
In a bad way?
No, I like the guy.
Next week's episode, we're going to have Adam Nagy,
We also go on.
tattoo artist. It's going to be fun.
That will be sweet.
It's also a special edition Thursday episode of SharkCast.
Correct.
Which you won't know the difference because it'll still come out on Monday.
But for us...
Unless it comes out on Tuesday.
It won't.
This thing's fucking gross. I'm sorry, you guys.
Why are you drinking another one then?
I didn't.
So, okay. Oh, you're still suffering that first
Me
one?
too.
Oh, damn, guys. Come on.
This
All right.
is a tough one.
So, okay,
Let's get something else, yeah.
Here's another Elon Musk thing because I'm slowly becoming obsessed with this guy.
Yeah, Josh loves this fucking guy.
Dude.
Would you suck his dick?
No.
You wouldn't tell your friends?
I would. I'd
Or
probably,
would you just not tell your friends? And do it?
I would be willing to look at it and be like, okay,
And then he's like,
I think I would look at it too. Why not?
just to say.
You would look at it.
would I look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to touch it. I'm not really interested in that part. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'd rather just have the conversation. I'd rather have a conversation with a guy. I don't want to see his dick.
But
I
what if
think-
it
At
was,
this point,
what
I
if
feel
it
that
was
he has to see
only-
my dick too.
Yeah, if
So would you show Elon Musk your dick?
if
That's
it
the
was
question
like,
there.
okay, we're gonna have a conversation, but at first he's like, I'm gonna show you my
No,
dick,
because
and
I'm
you're gonna
afraid-
show me yours. I'll be like, all right.
Would you make him show his first? What if it's huge?
I feel he's like,
I feel like I don't have a lot of cards in my hand at this point. Like, I feel like if he wants to see my dick and I'm gonna see his, like he wants me to see his dick, I don't want to see his dick. But if those are the cards that are being dealt, just to have a conversation, talk things, like after that,
What if
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
be-
you are going to be a part of this team, except Harvey Weinstein.
oh, and he's like, all right.
He's like, we would love to have you on,
But you got to touch this peewee real quick.
but you got to watch me jerk off a little bit.
You got to touch tips with me real quick.
I'm a huge Louis C.K. fan, and
I think his approach is brilliant. Oh goddamn!
gonna
Anyways,
stand here and,
so elongated.
no, I, you know what? I wouldn't show him my dick because I'm afraid to be like, that looks like a clean coal dick.
That dick
What if
is
he's
fueled off
What
of
if he
clean
likes
coal.
that?
Oh, he's like that. That's it.
He's clearly
That's
a huge
nice
Trump
dick
supporter.
there.
That's an old school. That's an old school coal dick.
That's a nice dick.
Good job.
This guy's trying to save the
Well
world.
done. Well done. No, okay, so talking about saving the world. So he is in this push right now where he is saying, everyone's got to look at my dick. No.
He's saving the world, but I am no Superman.
But no, he wants us to colonize Mars to avoid another quote-unquote dark ages.
Lost in space.
So there's two bits to this, and I feel like what he said and what I initially interpreted this as are two different things. So he says that we need to colonize Mars in the event that there is a catastrophic war on this planet, that at least there will be human beings surviving it elsewhere. So that is what he was ultimately talking about, avoiding another dark ages. The way I took it initially was we need to colonize Mars because it's going to take an entire world effort to really try to get the technology and the people and the manpower and everything where we can really come together under that kind of idea. And if we do that, we're going to create the resources, we're going to create the jobs, we're going to invigorate society in a way it's like, this is our mission as human beings. Like, let's all band together. That's what I saw it as. Because if we don't decide to do something big like that, then what are we doing? We're still just fucking sitting on this rock and we're still just hating each other. But if we have this mission where we're going to go to that rock
And ruin that one?
At least for a moment.
And then we're like, here's the line.
At
This
least-
is my spot.
At least for a moment.
Not your spot.
We will all band together to get to that rock.
Get off my spot.
And then we can fight about the rock at that point. That I thought that was interesting.
Okay,
You know
now
what's-
wait a minute. I want to put this on hold
Okay.
because this is something that it pertains to what I was
Are you about to
thinking
change the subject?
No.
Okay.
Because with like human beings being the way that human beings are, do you guys feel that if there was a Siberian tiger here right now, and it's
We'll
us
try to
three,
eat Grace.
it's us three.
Grace would try to play with him.
Yes.
Why's it got to be him? Why you got to like?
Gender, sorry.
No, sorry.
Play with it.
It's kind of fucked up, man.
I know
Play
I'm sorry,
with.
guys.
Yeah.
I think the
sorry.
correct term would be them. Play
But
with
there's
them,
only
but-
one.
Okay,
Why can't
there's
it be
three
it?
of us.
Play with
Why
it.
can't it be it?
I think it would
It can
an
be it at that point because it's only one. We don't know the gender. It's
But is it too mean?
Who wins in a fight? The three of us, four including Gracie, versus Siberian tiger, 800-pound apex predator.
Well, I feel like I'd grab the shotgun while it's eating you. And then me and Josh would be all right.
yeah, you'd be fucked.
Unless vice versa. If
Yeah, I
whoever
mean,
goes after first, it could go after me.
And at that point, we don't know where your gun is. So
So you would shoot the water bottle. No,
I would be spraying it. No,
spray the cat in the face
Spraying
with the
it.
water bottle.
No, bad cat, bad Siberian
Quit eating
tiger.
Danny. Quit it. No. No.
Oh, that so would not work. I feel like it would just be like, "Fuck you, I'm eating you next."
So we're resourceful because we're humans. So
Yeah.
That's
what would I
was
grab?
bringing up,
though?
and also
I'd
humans.
grab this mic stand and just whack the
Humans-
shit out of it.
Humans
But then
learn
it would come
how
after
to
me.
Yeah.
beat other things, like humans in general. Like we learn how to beat and like rise up to beat something. It's like in our DNA. It's in our genes. Like
Well, the tiger thing is a bad metaphor because the tiger would be trying to eat us.
The tiger.
someone's
we would
going
be
down. Someone's going
defending
down.
ourselves.
You know, and I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. For those of you who watch any anime,
I
watch
got
that.
mushrooms for brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's this one moment where it's like, okay, how do you fight a serial killer? And the serial killer is like, my whole goal is to kill you. And your goal is to survive, but that's not nearly as strong as this person's main focus, which is to kill you. How do you survive that kind of
How
situation?
can you equate that my will for survival is stronger than your will for
Because my will
destruction?
for survival is also distracted by the fact that someone's trying to kill me.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's got that same mentality then.
Yeah, but
because
he-
he has people trying to kill him.
Right,
And he
but
has will to
in that
survive.
moment, if you are just kind of caught off guard by such an individual, like
Sure, okay, I see where you're coming from.
your will to live does not
See,
include.
we're off the fucking space shit. And I
I'm
had a
sorry.
space thing.
We'll come back to it. Let me just get through this point real quick. So your will to live does not include the capacity to kill another individual. It's just about survival. It's not about attacking. So if someone is like out to genuinely and in their DNA kill you, that is what they're going to do, and they won't stop. You could stab them; they're still going to try to stab you. So it's a real mind fuck moment.
Well, also too, going back to the space thing, we space colonize on Mars. There is going to be the first murder on Mars.
Of course.
It'll eventually happen.
Hopefully, it'll take a very long time.
Whenever it happens, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Statistically,
Okay,
yeah.
so I remember what it's called. So isn't it? I was looking at this thing, and it was President Trump, and he's talking about a space force.
I seen that. I seen that.
Okay, so
All right.
so
he's already ready.
he's like, oh, Josh, these fucking cucumber ginger beers.
Audio's next.
The audio is
Audio's
going down
next.
next. We apologize for the audio. No, but you seen that? Was that recent?
I believe that was like
He's like talking about a space force,
This
but at the same
morning?
time, it's it's funny because when it comes out of his mouth, but if Elon Musk
Said the same thing.
said the same thing, what would I think about it?
Do you have the quote by chance?
Look it up. You got the world at your fingertips.
I was just curious if you wrote it down.
No.
Space colony. I did see it. I don't
Just
know.
type in
what it
Trump
actually-
Space Force. He's talking about like we have the money to do it. We need to be the first ones to have a space force. How military space may come about.
I'm not against this idea in that I like the idea that we need to be more in space and less on this
But
planet.
at the same time, we're like already ready to fight people in space.
Right, well,
What?
no.
Space is a war fighting domain, just like land, air, and sea. Trump said.
We have the Air Force,
We'll have the Space Force. Actually, dude, this sounds fucking dope as fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I got to be with Jeff. I don't like Trump.
Yeah, because you like sci-fi. You're
Well,
talking
yeah.
about fucking.
Well, now it's coming to fruition.
Think about it from this standpoint. Like, yeah, every time we've done something. So, for example, you had Europe, and they didn't just like build ships so they could come to the Americas. They built a naval fleet, and then they came to the Americas. So, if we build a space force, and then we can make our way. I mean, that's what colonization is.
So then we should go to Mars and just build a fucking military there.
That's probably what would happen.
That's the first thing that would happen. I would believe that to be true. I don't agree with it, but I think that's the first thing that would happen.
It's tough.
This is my spot on Mars.
Yep.
Not yours.
Well, I mean, you look at like Antarctica. That's like divided up in amongst 7 different countries, but it's a spot no one will want to go to. Mars is the same thing. No one will want to go there. It'll be a great adventure. Because some people were accusing Elon Musk.
If you could patrol America from not only the air, sea, and land, but like from space too.
We already do it though, but it's from satellites.
Well, now spaceships are come involved.
Honestly, I think the idea of us getting off this rock is a good idea. Now, if we can do it in a way that isn't hostile, I would love. This is why I like this idea, but I don't like Trump because.
See, the thing about it
so
is
many
like
things.
he doesn't know anything about doing it.
No.
Elon Musk knows.
Elon Musk for fucking president. Can I SharkCast calls this eventually, please? I would
How
love
is
to see
Elon
this.
Musk for the general counsel, and it's not a president anymore.
Nor is it a hot dog council.
Oh, I like that. No longer president, general counsel of America.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yeah, I would put her in
just
there.
as a voice of reason.
Yeah, please. Honestly, we need to get away from this whole one person thing.
Yeah.
We've got Congress, which is gridlocked. We've got fucking the House of Representatives.
It's never gonna change.
Which is gridlocked. We don't make forward motion because we all have these differences. We need a couple really strong reasons to be together.
Yeah, but how do you get all these?
We need a voice of
vastly-
reason. We need a.
How do you
a
get all
brain.
these vastly different voices of reason together?
You find a common goal.
That's what they're fucking trying to do, but they're like having one guy do it. It's like the president is supposed to be like
Yeah,
speak for all of us.
I'm
but
okay.
He doesn't because the world is fucking divided more than it's ever been, and it's partly because of social media.
I'm okay with shaking things up, honestly. Like, I don't want fucking anarchy in
But
the
we're
streets, but
millennials,
I'm okay with millennials.
and we
Our poor young minds have no idea what's going on in the world. Yet somehow we're becoming the future of this whole
we're
thing.
just the progression seems so dumb.
Well,
Why wouldn't we? We're progressives. Gracie, back up.
I'm sorry. I love my grandparents, and I wish no ill will on them. But can the baby boomer generation just give up the mantle?
Just quit
Just
sticking
be
your
done.
heels in the sand and fucking
Just
sticking
be-
up for shit.
Just be done. Just be away. Get out of politics.
Wouldn't our biggest qualm right now be with Generation X? While we're Generation Y, when we have Generation Z coming up.
Generation X is fueled mostly on cocaine and bad hairdos, so we have to be careful about them. Which is Donald Trump's whole MO, bad hairdos and a lot of cocaine. So hopefully, once that's done.
Did you ever see that video of him going on the plane and his hair's flapping?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've
a great
seen
video.
memes and memes about that, but no, I
It's a
mean,
great video.
We got an interesting future ahead of us. We don't know where it's going to go. We don't know who's going to be in charge.
In the grand scheme of things, like when you really break it down, the baby boomers, they hated Generation X.
Everybody, it's just like fucking.
Yeah.
Just how, like, when you get out of high school, you're like, fuck high schoolers. You're just in
Right.
fucking high school, bitch.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's just how it is. Or, like, when you're a senior, like, look at these freshmen. They're so dumb.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
It's just because you know you've lived a little bit longer, but they're gonna grow up, and then you're gonna become an old fucking man and have someone to wipe your ass.
Right.
the freshmen.
No, and I think that's something that, like, the previous generations have been so afraid about. They don't want to show weakness.
Yes, it seems like that so bad.
But it's okay. It's okay to show weakness. It's a sign of strength.
And to admit that you're wrong, or if you have
Yeah.
a different idea now. Maybe you had this idea back then, but now you have this new idea because you've learned something or blah, blah, blah.
Dude, I change my mind all the
Exactly.
time. And it's not because I'm like, oh, I feel like this fits my situation better. It's because I've got evidence to suggest that maybe I was wrong before, and I'm willing to do that.
Yes.
I am man enough to admit when I'm wrong. And I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people are too busy, like you said, digging their heels in the sand to actually say, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. Let's move past it.
Well, also too,
They're just looking for a reason for their point.
I
Yeah.
feel that
Yeah.
it also, like, it's hard to rectify when you've said, like, you know what, I was wrong. You made me look at it from this, and they're coming from up their platform where it's
It's
beat the
also
chest,
just
right,
it's
right.
also human mentality to think like that. And
Right.
ego is a big fucking
Massive thing. Massive thing. No, everyone has an ego. Everyone wants to be right. And, you know, as you get older, I find it's easier for me to say, oh, I know better than you. But at the same time, you have to have that sense of humbleness to be able to say, maybe
Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong. And, you know, I look at this at work. I work in a very competitive environment. And I get people who are younger than me, who are more successful than me. And I look at them and I say...
you hate them.
No. Well, I mean, the gut instinct, if I'm being honest, is to be like, fuck you.
Your
Like,
jealousy.
Yeah, the jealousy kicks in, and it's part of it. But at the end of the day, it's like,
At the same time,
can I learn from you? And I'm willing to do that. Like that is a thing that we all need to adapt.
Yeah, can you learn from them and as well as
Adopt.
Like you should
Sorry.
you should I don't know, be happy for somebody that's being successful,
Absolutely.
you know, unless they're a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, if they're doing it under shady means, that's a different situation.
But yeah.
No, we need to get off this rock. We all need to work together. We need to become a cohesive whole. We also need to respect cultures and differences so that...
Exactly. You have to realize, everybody, that we were just born here.
Yes.
We got it was a
We're all
luck of
figuring
the
it
draw.
out. We're all
we were talking
figuring it
about
out.
Stephen Hawking's earlier.
Yep. Stephen Hawking.
Sorry.
There's no
Stephen
plural on
Hawking.
that.
I'm sorry.
No, I just found that out today, so you're fine.
He was dealt a shitty hand out of the bat.
But goddamn, did he deliver?
He made the best of it. We need to...
he made the world a better place.
He did.
Dude, in this, like, criticizing other people from different cultures and different parts of this world is so silly to me, and I feel like it's a thing of the past, and it should be the thing of the past, because you have to realize that we were just fucking born here. You had no say. You spit out your mom's vagina, and you're here. You're an American. I'm a goddamn American. But if you were born...
It was a
somewhere
seed.
else.
It was a seed that came out of your dad's dick and fertilized
Yeah.
an egg in your mom. And
If
then
you were
you
born
had like,
somewhere else, you'd have a different opinion. Maybe you wouldn't be a Christian, everybody.
Right.
Let's think about
Seriously.
that.
You might be something else.
Maybe religion helps some people, maybe it doesn't, but we shouldn't criticize others.
Agreed.
Anyway, let's
I ain't done with this shit. Just to
You're
throw it
not?
out
Okay,
there.
give me
No.
more.
No. So okay, I just want to talk a little bit further on this whole point. So
it's the tonic.
it is the tonic. The tonic's,
It's
the
got-
tonic's fueling me. So okay, Stephen Hawking wrote A Brief History of Time. This is a book that pretty much everyone should read because It's a very layman's terms version of what has happened from our understanding of the universe since the dawn of time. Now, if you walk into reading this book with some preconceived notion that the universe was created by God
Or a god,
and XYZ, we are here now, it might challenge you a little bit, but that's okay. Again, I will repeat, it's good to be challenged. You should absorb information. Don't fight information.
Even if you don't agree with it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Just look at it with an open mind, and I know that all of us struggle with that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. No, I have had major struggle points with religion and various philosophies in life where you don't know exactly what is real. You start to make decisions as you get older, and you decide what you believe in. You decide what you feel is right. And then something hits you, and you got to be willing to roll with the punches. What's the Mike Tyson quote? Everyone's got a plan until you get hit, right?
Mm-hmm. Or
it's final.
or I broke my back.
Yeah, is that the quote though? Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Well, there's that one, and then there's It doesn't. Well, I think this is from Rocky, but it doesn't matter how hard you hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Right, and that is the human.
Which is a good one.
That is the human condition right now. Like, you got to be willing to absorb and learn
and move forward.
Correct, and everyone's going to make their own decisions. And I'm not saying you should go one way or the other, but you should be open-minded. You can't get too caught up in one camp. If you get too caught up in one camp, then you start to make judgment. And you start to rule out other camps.
That's not a bad way to think. I think that's a hole that we can always find ourselves falling down in, getting lost into, like...
Grace is just hanging.
I know. Getting lost in, like, one's own self-perspective on everything, I guess.
Yeah, and it's okay to have your own personal philosophy, because honestly, at the end of the day,
nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And what you decide the world is what you decide the world is. That being said, though, do not decide the world is one particular way. Every day is going to bring you something new.
And you have to realize that all humans make mistakes, even yourself.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a hard one to do.
Really? To whom?
It can be a hard one to do. When
I made like 19 mistakes today.
Some people are very, and myself, I'm guilty of this too. Like, there's times where I feel like I know what's best. I feel I'm doing what's best. And then someone hits me with something out of the blue where I'm like, well, shit, I didn't think about it that way. Maybe I can be a little bit more empathetic. Maybe I can be a little bit more understanding of this particular perspective, so that I can be better suited for the next
I feel like that's why we all work together well.
Well, of course.
Because sometimes you'll have your mind for something with the music.
Yep.
And then I'll just hit you with something, and you'll go,
I see where you're coming from.
You'll think about it.
Yeah.
Same with what you say to me. I'll think about it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking think about that shit.
No, and you gotta find your team. You gotta build your team. We only get one life for what we know of, and you got to build the team.
YOLO.
You can build. Don't fucking YOLO me. God damn it.
YOLO.
We are not a YOLO podcast.
YOLO.
For the fucking love of God, we're not a YOLO podcast.
YOLO.
We're drinking these fucking dumbass drinks.
I don't know. I enjoyed them. These dumbass drinks. I'll have a third one. Like, tee it up. But
I'm gonna drink one because I bought them, and
you should. Oh, Gracie.
Gracie's being cute.
All right. Yeah, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I'm good.
Can we watch this video really quick?
Lay it on me.
Type in YouTuber. Okay, so Khabib, Tony Ferguson are about to fight pretty soon. But no, sorry. Type in Tony Ferguson, not Khabib. Type in Tony Ferguson metal pole. Let's see if it's on this. was on Facebook, but I don't know if it's going to be on Metal Pole. Go down. Maybe it was on YouTube. Anyway, it's fucking... Dude, this dude is a savage. He's fucking... It's not on here. It was on YouTube, Facebook.
What was he doing?
The boogeyman of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, so he's kicking his training. He's kicking this metal fucking pole.
Is this it?
So hard. No, that's kicking tire. It was on YouTube. Let me see if I can. Oh, go to the UFC Facebook. Or I'm sorry, I keep on saying YouTube, and I mean to say Facebook. Yeah, just go to my Facebook and go to the UFC, because I think the UFC posted it, but it's like, oh my God. God damn.
Did you share it?
No,
or
I didn't
it or
share
anything?
it. No, you just got to type in UFC. Sorry. I thought it would be on YouTube. I should have, put it away. Come on,
right.
baby.
Let's see what we
Come
get.
on, baby. Just type in UFC and go to their page, because I think UFC posted it. You know?
Yeah.
Real quick, my last bit of thing that I want to throw out there is Kristen Wiig was announced as Cheetah for Wonder Woman 2. Kind of stoked about it.
Who is this?
Kristen Wiig as Cheetah.
I don't know. Cheetah.
Okay, wait, what is that? Okay, that's not it. Keep going.
It's pretty cool. Trust me.
Go. Come on, baby. Be on there.
So
I want to.
is Cheetah a bad guy? Or?
Oh, yes. Cheetah's a
right here.
Cheetah's
Boom.
a villain.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Nice.
Full screen. Exit.
How do I make this big?
You hit the wrong thing. There you go.
There we go. All right. Tony
Eddie
Ferguson.
Bravo. Dude, this is like...
God fucking A.
Like, that's what he does to condition his shins. I'm like
Jesus
thinking,
Christ.
when I watched it, I'm like, go play it one more time for me. I'm like thinking, oh, he's just gonna lightly condition his shins. But dude, no, he kicks it full fucking force.
Hot damn, dude. Oh. Again.
Actually, go to the beginning, because he hits it with his elbow one time. He's like, I train elbows on this watch. And listen. You just hear it go. He hits it with his elbow. It's a fucking
steel pipe.
It's a steel pipe.
Pulls it out. I mean, it's
fighting Khabib, dude. This is going to be the greatest fight of
It's a smart play.
fucking in a long time.
Oh my
Who you got on this one, dude?
What?
Who you got on this one, dude?
It's a tough fight, but I got Khabib. My heart's with Khabib. Khabib is
This guy's a fucking animal.
Tony Ferguson is an animal. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, and I watched him, and I was like, this dude is gonna win it. He's got that mentality that you can be a great athlete, but if you don't have that fucking mentality where you're like trying to fucking take them out, and if you have to kill Tony Ferguson to get him out of there.
Sure.
Like, there's a lot of guys that will quit. And, Tito Ortiz, I felt like he's quit a bunch of times. Tony Ferguson, you got to kill him.
That plays into my whole, serial killer mentality.
Right? It makes it tougher, but people are able to beat him.
Right. Well, in this case, these guys are trained to handle these kind of situations.
Yeah. Well, Khabib is probably the same way. You got to fucking kill Khabib.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's take my same scenario.
Dude, we have to watch that fight, boys.
I would be so down.
Pay-per-view. Back up, Gracie. Come
Dude,
here.
I was coaxing her on.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta pee.
Yeah, me too. I got to pee too. Kristen Wiig, Wonder Woman.
Calling it, or we...
I'm down to keep going.
All right.
For a little bit.
Well, then, you guys want to take another 5 real quick?
I'm down. Yeah, I could use a smoke.
We're back. I have another video that I want to watch.
All right.
And it's not UFC.
What is it?
So type in, go to YouTube. This one's on YouTube, I know. Type in parking spot. First one. Look at this fucking video. I already watched a little bit. Go to the beginning. Okay, this person. Oh, I got this great parking spot here. Look at this lady. She runs over.
No, that's not acceptable.
She runs over. No, this is my parking spot.
No way.
You're not even in a car, woman. Are you serious?
No.
She's standing in the parking spot as they were about to pull in.
Where? I don't see no
And some people were like being like, these people in the car need to just go. And it's like, what? No.
I was in the right of way.
This is bullshit. You're not even in a car. You can't just run out of your car to get this parking spot.
right now.
And it's so silly and dumb, but at the same time, it's like, no.
Dude, I really don't give a fuck.
If I can be fair, she's totally trumped him. He's not going to run her over.
This is a
But she's being a piece of shit.
Okay,
I agree.
So do you play the waiting game and you say, well, you know what? I got all day.
They look at the mom comes out.
That's
They
fine.
play them waiting game for a little bit, and I think they leave eventually.
That's fine.
But it's
I'm not going
bullshit.
anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I wouldn't. Would you?
No, I would sit there. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious right now?
This goes on for how long?
13 seconds.
No. 2.5 minutes.
But then they pull away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the date.
Yeah,
Or the
that's
film
like
time.
that's the film time.
Yeah,
But
that's...
isn't this crazy? And people are like, oh, these people, they're like honking and yelling at these people. But it's like, no, that is so crazy.
Get out of the
Me
way.
and my car are here before you.
Your car
Give me the
isn't here.
spot.
You can't just run into a parking spot because you know I'm about to pull into it.
Oh, I would shut my car off.
Yeah, right?
Right? All right, we're going to park here for now.
So you're in agreement with me. Go down to some comments. Let's see what people say.
Oh, my.
Because on Facebook, I seen this on Facebook, and there's
Comments
like
are
comments.
disabled.
The comments were just like, some people were like, these people in the car, like, just let them have the parking spot. But at the same time, it's like, no.
If it's a precious commodity and you're there first, it's yours. That's what parking is.
It's just silly, and it's just like for I can't think of the word. Precedence, is that the word? These people shouldn't do that. Like, they need to go away. Like, no, I'm gonna sit there just because you're being a fucking ass and like you're being crazy
I'm not
about
moving.
it. See, they move, but at the same time, it's like, see, they're about to move at the end, but it's like, oh my god.
Why should I have to?
But now everybody on the internet thinks those ladies are assholes,
Yeah.
which is sweet.
No,
Kind of. They kind of are assholes.
They are. That's like,
If you're not there with your car, you can't just stand in a spot. Though that being said, I've been asked to do that before. It's like, go stand in that spot.
what?
I would feel-
I've refused to do
I would
it.
be like,
I said
I
no.
don't think so.
I said no.
Especially if somebody's about to turn into it. She knew that they were about to turn into that parking spot, and she runs through the parking lot to get to that spot,
Right.
and they're not there.
And then says no.
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 That's not how it works.
No. You find parking and then you meet up with your people. That's it. You don't...
Because in that case, then the other woman. What if the woman in the car that's about to park there gets out of the car and they stands in the parking lot, and then she's standing with that lady, and then they're gonna fight over this stupid parking spot? Like, get out of here! This is crazy.
That being said, from the driver's perspective, like, you're not going to just bump these people out of the way because that's a lawsuit just waiting to happen.
Which he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He just sits there. But
good for
in
him.
my opinion, like Jeff said, shut off the fucking car. I'm waiting here. You ain't parking here because this is crazy. You cannot do this.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not even a big fucking deal. It's a parking spot. But at the
It's
same time, it's the What's the word I'm looking for? God damn.
The whole principle of the
Yeah,
matter.
the principle.
Yes,
That's the word that I'm looking for. The principle of the fucking matter is you can't do that. So I'm going to sit here and wait for you to get the fuck out of the way.
No, that's not how that works. It's not how that works.
Right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's obnoxious in a sense.
And then the mom comes.
It doesn't
And she's
matter. Bring your whole fucking family.
I know, right?
Might as well.
In the long run, even
Family
if my fucking car is stopped at a dead halt, not even on, and there's two people in the parking space saying no. I'm very hard pressed to believe that the people behind me are being like, this guy right up here is the asshole. No, they're gonna be like, get the fuck out of his fucking way so I can now move on and find a fucking
in the
spot.
spot.
Yeah, you immediately become the douchebag by standing in the way.
Yes.
No two ways about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a video I saw. I
All right.
figured I'd bring it to the
Who
No,
else?
that was pretty good.
Jeff, you got anything else?
Besides Kristen Wiig as being Cheetah in the next Wonder Woman movie? Nope.
Kristen Wiig is going to be Cheetah?
Kristen Wiig, it's been confirmed.
Wait, what?
Okay,
with,
Hold on.
So
hold
you
on.
said that earlier, but I didn't realize you said Kristen Wiig. Is that comedian from Saturday Night Live?
And actually, I'm kind of fucking stoked about this.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's good. This
Is she gonna be in that? Is she
It's-
gonna be funny?
confirmed. Is she going to be funny? I don't know. Click on that right there.
This
that
one?
first picture, yeah. That's what I'm hoping we're looking for right there. That would be fucking badass. I think.
It would be kind of sweet, dude.
I think
I'm excited
Kristen
for
Wiig
that.
could pull it off.
Yeah.
we do already have Patty Jenkins locked in, who also directed Wonder Woman 1. She will be directing Wonder Woman 2. We have Gal Gadot. Let's make another blockbuster movie.
That's cool.
I
let's
do
do
like
it.
I like Kristen Wiig. Being that she has a comedic background, I'm a little bit concerned about how that would play out as a supervillain, but
I think she's gonna play. She's a great actress.
Yeah,
She's a
she
great
has talent. Yeah.
actress. She's not only funny, but she's just a good.
I've seen her do non-comedic things, and that's why I would be okay with it.
Also, I don't think it would necessarily be terrible if she was comedic while being villainous.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
It's cool. It raises a lot of questions to myself because
I wonder what she's gonna look like.
Yeah, that's a big one to me. Also, too, what immediately brought to my attention is now you've locked down the actress to play. Because I wanted Cheetah in Wonder Woman 1. She has huge cans. And
Who does?
Cheetah.
What about Kristen Wiig?
They can CGI it.
What is her cans like? Go back.
Oh, that's awesome. I have that cover.
Go down a little bit, Josh. Okay, go to the left.
I'm trying to see.
We're trying to see your cans. There we go.
They're cannibal.
Doable.
So, okay, I'm open to the idea. That being said, I have zero faith in DC right now in the movie world.
But
You didn't even
Wonder
see
Woman.
Justice League.
I didn't.
Have you seen Wonder Woman?
No.
No, so
Oh, you haven't seen Wonder Woman.
Josh.
That's their diamond in the rough. That's their diamond in the rough.
You know, and I gotta say, I think Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is a perfect match because look at her. She's the premium specimen for Wonder Woman.
I think Kristen Wiig is a great pick.
It's a great choice, man.
Hell
I feel so
yes.
too. I feel
That's
good
pretty
about
sweet.
it.
That makes me excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really great film. You have Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins coming back.
Who's Patty Jenkins?
She directed.
Okay.
Also, too, if I'm not mistaken, she directed the first Thor movie.
Wait, I thought that one guy directed the first Wonder Woman.
There was no dude that directed the first Wonder Woman.
Who was the guy that
The
Gal
Predator guy?
Yeah, Gal Gadot
He
was like
produced it, and that was Brett Ratner.
Brett
and
Ratner. There it is.
Warner Brothers, I almost said Gail Simone, who is a Wonder Woman.
Go to
writer.
that one where she's the cheetah. Yeah.
Clearly, this is.
See, I don't want
This
that.
is not CGI.
I don't want that.
This is real.
This is actually how the movie's going to be portrayed.
No,
Literally,
actually,
yeah.
I almost did it again. Gail Simone is a comic book writer. Who has written Wonder Woman, but Gal Gadot starred as Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot has this thing in her contract where it's like,
There she is. That's the costume.
yeah, oh man,
If
They're gonna CGI her
If
like
this-
this,
I
like
hope-
the mustache.
I hope this is the costume.
What do you think about the Superman mustache thing? Because I don't think I noticed.
I didn't notice it at all.
I think people are going too crazy with it. Like,
I didn't
no.
notice it at all.
I didn't notice it at all either. And people are like, "Oh, you could do such a better job." I seen like a video of like, "Oh, what, like, a huge budget to CGI this out is,"
See,
and then
like,
somebody
I'm
else
looking at
did
it right there. I don't really notice it, and I understand the whole.
I see it in that picture for sure. Compared to this one,
You see it there? I
Well,
don't even see it there.
shut the fuck up.
Go all the way to the right. That one. See, but this is like still shots. Like, we need to see the video of it because you haven't seen the video
motion.
of it. Yeah, because I didn't notice it at all. I had no idea. I maybe thought his mouth looked a little bit weird.
Is this an actual screenshot from the movie? Right here?
I believe so.
Yeah, I wouldn't notice that.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
I would have no notice of that.
If you do notice how, I mean,
See, okay, go to that. Go the one that you just were clicked on. No, back. 300 million budget, 500 used computer. I don't notice a fucking difference. Are you kidding me?
no, I don't notice
Do you-
it at all.
Do you notice a difference between those two?
No.
Like, what are we talking about? What is different?
I think
What
it
is
was
even different?
I
in
think
those?
it was a lot of.
fuzzier.
I think it was a
Fuzzier.
lot of like attack on just what the movie was in
Yeah.
itself.
Well, you got all
people
the,
love to hate.
you got all the haters like myself who just are just so upset with DC for just not playing their cards right for the last 10 years. Because
But you haven't seen Wonder Woman, so you cannot say that. And you haven't seen Justice League.
which I hear Justice League flopped like a pile of
it did
potatoes.
terribly.
So,
But
I will watch Wonder Woman.
was it a decent movie?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to buy it.
Super fun movie. And I don't care what fucking the critics say.
Yeah.
Because the critics, like, you got to go by the user.
Yeah, user scores are better.
And then the users, if they get in the mode of, oh, people don't like this, well, I don't like it.
Well, no,
Oh, look at his
there's
mustache.
I like that right there.
there's a story
I can't even
behind
see
the
the
mustache,
mustache.
and why they did the whole mustache thing is he's going
He's
to
filming
be
another movie.
Yeah, Caviezel's going to be in the next Mission Impossible movie.
Is he?
And his character has a mustache in it. He was already filming Mission Impossible when they wanted to do the refilms of Justice League. So he had to come in, and now, mind you, he had an obligation to Paramount Pictures
Yeah.
for
It's like,
having
whatever.
And it was like a thing where Warner Brothers is like, well, we have to reshoot this. And Paramount's like, that's fine, but our character has a mustache, so work around it. And I feel like
I didn't notice it at all until
I didn't
after
notice
the
it.
fact.
If I can throw it out there right now, this guy looks way better with a mustache than without. And I think a mustache
He looks like goddamn Superman.
or a facial haired
Does he
Superman.
not?
I think a Superman with facial hair would be a huge win.
He
right
had
now.
a facial hair in the first Superman.
I do recall that. Yeah.
I don't hate a facial hair.
That might be him right there. The one that you got your mouse on.
No.
That might be from the movie.
Yeah, I think that was from Man of Steel.
When he was on the boat.
Yeah,
he
I
had
think that was from Man of Steel.
Honestly, I think they just need to give Superman a fucking beard because it's the time to do it. It really is.
He had a beard and they shaved it.
Kind of fucking crazy, Josh.
I know it sounds fucking crazy, but is this any less crazy?
That's not from that's digitally altered.
Real.
Someone
What are we
did that.
talking
Someone
about?
did that in Paint. That being said, Superman with a beard would be badass.
But at the same time, you would, if they made Superman with a beard, you'd be like, "Oh my God, they
I
made
don't
Superman
know.
with a beard." DC is fucking everything up. That's exactly what.
Okay, so DC did.
No,
Batman.
actually, that's not what would bother me the most when it comes to the character that is Superman and how he visually looks. Having a beard wouldn't bother me. What bothers me, fuck you guys. What bothers me is Superman's hair is supposed to look like this. He's supposed to have a spit curl, always. And these new companies are like, spit curls are fucking whack.
Go to an older one where they got the spit curl.
Right there. Even with the long hair mullet, still with a spit curl.
Where?
Wonder Woman standing right next to him, and it's the only comic book image.
The comic book image. Okay, but go to the old movies where he had the spit curl because it looks dumb as fuck because nobody has that hair in real life.
It's actually what Elvis Presley based his hair off of.
No, we can look up live action. I want to see like the old Superman dude. Fucking.
You don't get much older than this image right here.
Yeah,
No.
but I'm talking about fucking
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves and the other dude.
Who's the other dude?
Brandon Roth.
That like. I'm not even talking about that guy. I'm talking about fucking.
Still there.
What's that?
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain is who I'm talking about.
Not going to convince me it looks bad.
Cain 9. I thought he had it.
He did at some point. There you go.
I remember him having it for some reason. He doesn't have it there.
Very much does not. In any of these pictures.
Don't you remember him having
there
it?
It is right there. The spit curl
Where?
with Dean Cain. Go back.
Up.
Yeah. Up. There you go.
Not really a spit curl. It's more hair.
But at
falling
the
in
same
his face.
time, it's a real fucking human being.
I'm just
Sure it is.
I'm
Sure it
just
is.
saying, hairstyles aside, like we had the nitty gritty. Let's get raw with Batman. We need the nitty gritty. Let's get raw with Superman.
It won't work. It won't work.
Why wouldn't it work?
Because then you failed the character.
He's
at that
flying
point in time.
around, and
But he deals with so much conflict. He's got to at some point be like conflicted.
No,
And
he doesn't.
We need that conflicted moment though.
But he doesn't.
I saw it in fucking Batman Returns. He was conflicted with the whole thing. Or Dark Knight Returns. He was conflicted in that. He's like, I'm here to do this, but like at the same
Dark
time.
still
Knight
did.
Returns.
He's talking
Comic
about
book.
the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Is once Superman honestly gains confliction from the things he does, he stops being Superman. He's a very poetic character.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess. But at the same time,
At the same
is
time-
his curl really part of his character?
No, it's not, but it's something I like aesthetically.
I think that he looks like Superman. So
Superman's always
I
been a
think
little
Brandon
bit
Roth
I
looks
think
like
he
Su-
looks
I think Brandon
like
Roth looks like
Superman more than any of the other Supermans.
I think Brandon Roth looks like Superman, and I never once have I ever said
that he doesn't.
that he doesn't, or
No.
nor does he play a bad representation of Superman. I don't necessarily dig the writing or what happens within Superman.
Well, Batman versus Superman.
I had my qualms with Man of Steel too, but
Yes, agreed. I remember watching that. It was an okay movie.
I don't know. I feel like Superman's a little bit lame. I'm sorry. Superman's a little bit lame. Batman's awesome. Superman's a little bit lame.
awesome.
I don't think he's lame. He would whoop Batman's ass.
Look at this outfit. Can he not come up with something better?
Okay, but that's a terrible representation.
That is the quintessential Superman. What are you talking about?
In the fucking comics, but it looks great. Go to a comic picture because it looks great as a comic
Type
picture.
in Superman Gary Frank or Gary Frank Superman.
But as a human, like a real human, they got to make it like fucking, what's his name? Henry?
Henry Cavill.
that looks more badass.
Like, come on. That's why he looks like that. And then they try to make him look like that, and it looks dumb. Because
it's not.
It can't be done.
It can't be done without a tremendous amount of CGI.
They've done it well with the new Superman. The look of it, at least.
Sure, I enjoy the new
the look of it.
Yeah, that looks badass, but
well, Gary Frank could draw a boot and it looked fucking dope. It's just there's just certain things I
don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about the
you
DC
need to watch
culture.
You need to watch Justice League, and you need to watch Wonder Woman first.
Wonder Woman first, then Justice League.
I'm willing to watch both.
We should watch Justice League when you buy it.
I thought you were going to say Batman versus Superman. Look,
no, I don't want to watch it again. I already watched that twice. I don't ever want to watch it again.
That's a good one. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I read, what is it? Rising Sun?
Red Sun.
Red Sun.
Yeah.
I love that. And I don't have any qualms with Superman at large. I just don't feel like DC has been doing a great job with their cinematic universe.
They haven't been doing a clear representation.
They haven't, but
Justice
you haven't
League's
seen
a
Wonder
lot
Woman.
of fun, and
that was one of the most recent ones.
Wonder
you can't
Woman-
say that though, Josh.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just breathed.
Wonder Woman-
breathing.
Breathe deep. Yeah, but
Breathing deeply. Breathing deeply.
You went. Oh my gosh!
I didn't say. Oh
I
my
didn't
gosh! I didn't say that.
In your mind, you did.
Of course, I said it in my mind, but I didn't say it out loud.
Exactly, but I'm human and I've caught that, so I had to call you out on it.
Fair fucking enough.
Yes.
Anyways, is this
You need to watch Superman. Let's watch it together.
Is that
Sure
Lex
is.
Luthor?
Yes, it is.
Wonder Woman. Bitches,
See-
let's end this bitch soon.
Yeah, we need to get off this topic, and we need to be done because I have drank too much of these tonics.
Oh my god.
And I'll have the third one if you want me to.
We'll split that.
All right, fair enough.
The
All right,
stomach acid.
we fucking
We
love you.
So
We
please
love you.
share this motherfucker. God
Yes.
damn. Share it. We love you. Like it.
We are nothing without you.
If you like someone that likes the same shit that you like, you should probably tell them, and then tell them to check out SharkCast.
Word of mouth, yeah. We love you. Have a great day at work.
Right into us. Tell us to
A great
SharkCast
day at
review
work.
something.
Maybe you listen to it
Just
at
enjoy
night.
your life.
Maybe
If you think of a good SharkCast review, make sure that we're able to get it in our area, and we will fucking
do it.
probably try that shit, depending on what you want us to try.
Yeah.
Call it, boys.
We love you, everybody. We gotta say, suck it.
All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm. All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm. Why are you laughing at me when I'm not being funny? Like I'm some sort of clown. Your actions speak so much louder than your fake loud mouth. And I'm tired anyhow. Quiet down one night, 'cause I'm not being funny when I say you're gone. Would you go back? Would you go back? Would you go back? Would you go I believe in love, baby. You really wanna stay with me. You wanna believe in love, baby. You really wanna stay with me. Do you believe believe in love, baby. You really wanna stay with me? I believe in love, baby. You really wanna stay with me? All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm. All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm. All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm. All my life, darling, I've been thinking about a woman. I've been thinking about a woman to keep me warm.
Hot dog.
The hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.